Hi everyone, my name is Cayla van Alstine, and this is my oral presentation on my tourist destination, which was Wakula Springs State Park. So, let's get started. If you haven't noticed, I'll be presenting with short informative slides that give an overview of the section I'm discussing, and just kind of the topic I want to touch on. So, this is just the most effective way for me to discuss my topic. But anyway, I wanted to start by explaining some of the history of Wakula Springs. When I began researching for a travel destination, the history Wakula has is what truly caught my attention. Wakula Springs is the largest freshwater spring. The state park is only 15 minutes outside of town, and the location has been inhabited for 15,000 plus years by Florida Native Americans and Spanish missions. And now us. The property was eventually purchased by Edward Ball in 1934 to create an area to preserve the nature and the wildlife of Wakula. The spring has been recognized nationally for those efforts. The Wakula Lodge was also constructed and reflects a popular Floridian architecture, Mediterranean revival. The spring itself is also home to the ancient remains of mastodons. So, the history of Wakula is breathtaking. I was interested to see the historical significance of the area, and I wanted to see if that would actually take part in the experience of being at Wakula. So, during the visit, the essence of conservation is truly present. The state park embodies preservation and allows history to really come to life and be appreciated throughout the park. The history played an even bigger role in the experience than I had thought. It is definitely worth taking the time to visit. So this next slide is just a breakdown of some of the reasons I chose to visit Wakula Springs and some reasons you might want to. So Wakula is a great way to get out and experience a side of Tallahassee you have likely never seen before. I know I get caught up in the campus life here at FSU, but I found it very rewarding to see Tallahassee from a different perspective for a day. Wakula Springs is also home to an immense amount of wildlife, something that I really like to go and look at, like birds, turtles, alligators, even manatees. Um, I was really actually taken aback by the sights of the animals at Wakula Springs. My expectations for Wakula were not too high. I had never been or heard of it before, and so I didn't expect to see all the wildlife that I saw, and I didn't expect the park to be so well maintained and so beautiful. But I was pleasantly surprised by my experience. So while I was at Wakula Springs, I started with the hiking trails. Although it was still late winter, it was really, really pretty. There wasn't a lot of blooming out, but the barren trees provided for a very scenic route. The hike was very easy, no inclines, but still enjoyable. After the hike, I went on one of the boat tours. Wakula offers about every hour. This was where I met the tour guide for my interview, and it was a quiet day, but the boat tour really showed off the nature and the wildlife Wakula has to offer. Overall, my day trip to the Springs was a lot of fun. If I went back again, I would try and check out the Wakula Lodge because they have like a cool restaurant there, so that sounds like fun. But I would really suggest the trip to anyone looking to explore for the day. So, I would consider my tourist destination a major success. I was surprised by the colorful and exotic environment Wakula had to offer. I would suggest the trip to anyone. It is a super easy drive, and it's right here in Tallahassee. The location is super unique and offers something of interest to pretty much anybody. So many things to do. Wakula Springs was a very enjoyable experience for me, and hopefully, if you go, it will be for you too.